recognize me from episodes 40 through 41 on Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, playing the Princess Indian Bride number 3. I am the celebrity spokesperson for a non-profit organization known as LAMP. LAMP stands for Loving All Missing People. We love all people, even if they can't be found. Today, we are discussing a special case, a young boy named Andrew Nix, who went missing after spending a delightful summer working in Alaska at a youth camp with 6 fellow delightful college students. Drew was never heard from or seen again. He literally fell off the face of this earth. Today we have 3 of his closest companions here to talk about the circumstances that led up to his disappearance. Jenny B. from Georgia, Jenny T. from Mississippi, and a special lady who would like to remain anonymous. Let's start with you, Jenny B. Talk about the circumstances leading up to Drew disappearing.
Well, coming to Alaska, I could only but feel just this unique relationship with Drew. I mean, 2 Georgians in Alaska.
Wow.
It was special. It really was. And I don't know, the more you try to get to know Drew, he just sometimes seemed to recoil back, and he'd go on these long, whittling walks in the woods. And Sherry and Walter, they did warn us, and Drew knew of the dangers. I mean, there were moose, bears, I mean, there was even this strange man who would walk up and down the road, the dirt road that led to the camp, and I mean, he would even urinate, and I mean, on the side of the road when we passed by, and we all saw, and Drew was just, he was aware. I mean, I know he was strong. I mean, he was just the sweetest boy. I mean, he reminded me of a bunny. He was just so fragile, and I mean, those dimples on his face, and just, there was something about him, you couldn't resist liking him.
Jenny, if you could say one thing to Drew, if you knew he was out there listening today, what would you say to him?
Drew, just please come home. I mean, are you in Alaska? Are you in Georgia? Are you in, I don't know, jail? We just want to know where you are. We're not trying to get in your whittling space, or we're not trying to make this big deal, a video. We want you back. We need you. I drove through Flowery Branch on the way to this Alaska reunion, and you weren't there, and it hurt, and it still hurts. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's quite all right, Jenny. It hurts to have somebody you love missing in the world. Let's move on to Jenny T. Why don't you talk about Drew and the circumstances of his disappearance?
Oh, well, what can you not say about Drew? I mean, we just bonded instantly over ping pong and pool and frisbee. I mean, a deep bond of friendship that lasts, and Drew even made a plaque about it. He wrote our names in this plaque and said that friendship lasts forever.
It didn't last forever, did it, Jenny?
It didn't. I mean, every time I see somebody in a red hat, I think it's you, Drew. I think it's you.
That's hard. Jenny, if you could say one thing to Drew Nix today, what would you say?
I'd just say, come back. We love you. That bond of friendship is still there.
It's still there, Drew. Your friends still love you. Let's talk to our next companion, anonymous lady number 3. Tell us about Drew.
Well, Hello, my name's Donna Well, I'm trying to stay anonymous. I almost blew my cover there. That's what the ears are for. But anyway, I went to the camp a couple years ago, 2008 to be exact, and been there a couple times before. Knew Walter and Sherry, pretty good people. But didn't talk a lot with Drew. He's a quiet worker. Didn't do much talking, which I understand myself because I'm not much of a talker. So, but anyways, we dried the dishes together and washed them every once in a while, and he would have his earplugs in and listen to his music and all the popular stuff, funk and disco probably. I'm sorry, it's hard. But anyways, I just get so emotional because he reminds me a lot of my nephew, Andrew, and he's actually about to go to the army, and he was an all-state soccer player and bowler as well, pretty good at bowling, tennis, and badminton, and I have a photograph of him right now.
Let's just continue on talking about Drew.
Okay, probably the best thing to do, yes. It was really unexpected. We didn't expect him to just disappear. We didn't.
You never do.
You don't. You don't. You see this on TV all the time, and the Dateline and MSNBC and all them letter shows,
Well, if you could say one thing to Drew, what would you like to say?
Drew, wherever you are, let them know that you're there, because once you do, the Lord's going to use you in any way He can. I've been to Hawaii a couple times with no plans, no hotel, nowhere to go, no work set up, and He's used me. He has, and made me busy and given me a place to stay. And well, like Alaska, I never know what I'm going to do when I get there, but it just happens. It does. So tell them that you're there. Let them know.
What do you think happened to Drew? If you could guess, what would you say?
Well, Lord love a duck. There's so many things that could have happened to him. If I had to guess something though, he's probably trapped somewhere in the Alaska wilderness and wheedled himself a little town, little civilization, and walked to Three Bears every chance he gets to get a Coke. He's very fond of Coke. He would.
Well, we thank you for watching our program. Andrew Nix, if you are out there, as you can see, you have at least 3 people who still care about you very deeply and just want what's best for you. Please come home, Drew.
Come home.
Please contact us at 1-800-I-LOVE-LAMP. It's toll free. Our operators are standing by day and night. And if you or your loved ones have any information on this missing person, please contact Laverne Griffith Youth Camp.
Yes.
Thank you, and have a blessed evening.
Yes.
Bye, Drew.